Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Sakina binti Zainal with matrix number 172035222/2, and today I will be presenting a persuasive speech with title "We Should Not Avoid Toxic People in Our Life." If you know someone who is difficult and causes a lot of conflicts in your life, you may dealing with toxic person. These people can create a lot of stress and unpleasantness for you and others, not to mention emotional and even physical pain. A toxic person who is anyone behavior adds negativity and upset to your life. Many times, people who are toxic are dealing with their own stresses and traumas. They often act in ways that don't present them in the best light and usually upset others along the way. Toxic people can either be your friend, family, and your enemy. So, if they can hurt us, should we avoid them or not? The answer is no. We should never avoid toxic people in our life. These are my opinions regarding this matter. Firstly, toxic people can balance our life with positivity and negativity. Second, they can act as a good practice to build our mental resilience. Lastly, we need to help them to change their behavior. Let's begin look at the reasons why we should not avoid these toxic people. Let's begin looking at the reason why we should not avoid toxic people in our life. Why actually we need to do that? Isn't they only exhaust us with their judgment? Well, yeah, that is what we want. Balancing our life with positivity and negativity. Their judgment will educate us to become better person. We need negativity from toxic people in order for them to encourage us to improve ourselves. Why is that so? After stretches of time unbalanced, it is possible to become complacent and we will suffer from stagnation. With toxic people in our life, the equation will be balanced. With negativities from toxic people who always want to condemn us on everything in our life. So, with these toxic people, it will keep us laser focused in producing highest quality results while keeping our heads down. Having a toxic people give you a determination to do better than him or her. You will be hardworking since you want to excel and show him or her that you are better than them in all aspects. The truth always comes from people who are disagree or dislike you. In those cases, it is back to the ancient wisdom of Proverbs, iron sharpens iron. If you live in echo chamber, you will fail to see the flaws in your logic. Those who are disagree with us force us to analyze. Therefore, it is good to have people in our life, pro or con, who are willing to say that you are wrong. So now, consider yourself lucky if you have anyone who is toxic to you. Always think them as enemies who keep you focused and motivated. You can always be prepared for the next move since they always make you more alert, aware, and responsible for your action, as you know that your one wrong move can bring you down and put in tight condition. A formidable enemy always bring out your true strength compared to your friends. Your wheels will sharpen to a fine point as you connive your way to a successful one-upmanship against your feeble toxic people. Well, now I can say that no toxic people are more dangerous than having toxic people in our life. Next, let's be around with toxic people since it also good as practice to build our mental resilience. Different people has different personalities. Some be able to quickly bounce back from personal failures and setbacks while others might find it much more difficult. When life knocks you down, are you quick to pick yourself up to adapt the circumstances, or do you find yourself completely overwhelmed with little confidence in your ability to deal with challenge? If you find yourself in the latter category, not to worry. Toxic people will prepare ourselves when facing obstacles in the future. Our resilience is often tested when life circumstances change unexpectedly and for the worse, such as death of loved one, loss of job, or the end of a relationship. When we face toxic people, we often get hurt with their words and behavior toward us. Pain will make us stronger, it makes you wiser. The little thing doesn't bother you anymore. You doesn't sweat the small stuff that you used to. Pain from toxic people make you value your relationship more. You realize that you have people that you can lean on in times of trouble and people who genuinely love you and are happy to support you. Pain makes you strengthen the bond between you and your closest friends and family. The hard lesson you learn from pain help to shape you into a better person. Pain shapes your character like molten iron at the hands of smelter. As said by Bob Marley, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Now you have felt the pain. You can see that their rambling has now made you shine brighter than before. Lastly, instead of avoid them, we should actually help these toxic people to change their attitude. Let's imagine if you let them to indulge in this toxic behavior, what will happen? The problem never settles by avoiding them. You avoid them doesn't mean that they will not disturb you anymore. Or perhaps, if you show no reaction to them, maybe they will find new victim. Do you want that? Come on, just because you don't want to feel the hurt from toxic people doesn't mean that you want the other to feel hurt in your place, right? So one way to make nobody become victim from these toxic people is to help toxic people to change their behavior. You might be wondering, what is the best way to do that? If you want to influence the other people's behavior, you need to develop trust in them. When they trust you, they will want to change their behavior. Besides, changing behavior is not that hard enough to accomplish, especially when people are willing to engage in the process. Next, let's start with leading by example. If you want the other people to change, start with yourself and make sure the things that you want them to change about themselves are the things that you do effectively yourself. Just like formula to success, do what I did, not what I said. For example, we should take a look in ourselves. Have we ever hurt them by our words, maybe judge their work or anything that can hurt them? In other words, do we ever being toxic to them too? If yes, make sure start from now on, stop doing that and try to be nice to them to show them as examples so that they can change their attitude. I believe all reasons I mentioned earlier are strong enough for you to change your decision and never avoid toxic people around you. I want to let everyone know that avoiding toxic people is not the best way to cope with them. Don't you know that when we avoid them, it will make these toxic people think that they won and you lose? Do you want that? Instead of avoiding them, there is a million ways to deal with toxic people. What you need to do is stand up for yourself. Do not accept these behaviors. Most of these people know that they are doing wrong and will back down surprisingly when confronted. In most social settings, people tend to keep quiet until one person speaks out. So speak out. From all arguments I said before, now I can say that no toxic people around us is more dangerous than having toxic people in our life. Let's use the negativity from toxic people to spark more opportunities in life and spread more kindness in the world. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching.